time. But yeah, look forward to the tweet.
All right, Dinko and Haka, we'll send it to you guys.
Thank you very much, guys. Looking forward to hopping into this one. Furia versus Faze Clan. We're hopping right into Inferno. It's a quick B play coming in from Rain, running the charge straight away. The defense are under a lot of pressure, and Olafmeister's coming in with the headshot. Vinny towards Newbox, just trying his best, but there's so many T's jumping around him. Faze Clan have control of the B side. Karrakin taking Banana by storm on the double kill, and now it is just Yuri. Nothing he can do. Brokey with the headshot, flying right into the pistol and flying right out of round one. Alex, what a crazy round from Faze Clan.
Those little one-tap kills with the Glock are so satisfying, man. When Karrakin gets that double kill, oh, looks so good. You always want him to get more just for the highlight play, but yeah, really fast play from Faze into B. I like it. I always feel like just CT pistols on Inferno can be tough if you go up against that B rush. They can just push that site so quickly. They can close the distance so quickly. That's what Faze end up doing in this one after getting some early kills. And now Furia have to go with the low buy, but a low buy could always be good, and Art's already proving that. Deagle shot down mid, Keserato with the assist. Art only needs a body shot, and now that scout gets given over to Art, so he can keep on trying to prove what he can do.
And Art can do a lot, that's for sure. We've seen that time and time again in this tournament. Looking towards B from Faze, and the slower round.
Smoke won't do anything though.
Yeah,
I was watching from CT.
Yeah. Well, it's a little too shallow to really get anything going for them. It's not going to cause any problems, but it doesn't really matter because it looks like Faze Clan wants to go in towards A, and right now there's only 2 players there for Furia's defense. It's going to be Keserato and Yuri, and here comes the attacker on the corner. Keserato with a smoke at the ready, trying to delay, and that might allow some extra time for his teammates to get in a better spot. Faze Clan going to wrap around long. Honda's been forced back out of archway. So looking good for Faze right now in terms of the position they're able to take, and now they just need the kills to add to the tally. They are still a man down. There's only 29 seconds left in play. Are they even getting these kills quickly enough? Olafmeister luckily finds the head of Honda, but there's still Keserato in the site, and the bomb hasn't been anywhere near the site at any point just yet. So Keserato is looking for those fights. The bomb takes its time, and finally Karrakin gets onto it, but the bomb is down on the floor in the middle of the site itself, and Yuri's still alive. And Pit, they've got to deal with him. They've got to figure out how to get rid of him, and luckily they do it, but they have to plant, they have to get on the bomb, and luckily Twist. I thought for a second he was going to walk away from the bomb, but gets it planted. It's not an easy round for Faze Clan, but it's a round nonetheless.
As much as that was stressful for Faze, I do like the way they actually took a lot of time clearing out long and even clearing out CT there, because I think that just makes the long wrap so much easier if you don't have those nades. If you are just going to have to push, you're not as scared of someone just quickly flanking you from long, which is always something that can quickly turn the round into chaos. So they take a lot of time clearing that position out, but I think it helps tremendously when you are wrapping through long into A. You've got a lot of options, a lot of angles you can push from as you push into that A site from long and short, and then you can just combine for the kills. The one thing that maybe could have gone wrong for them is if there was a banana push, but thankfully for Faze, that's not something they had to worry about. You see here, even late in the round, Olof's making sure long is not a position they have to be concerned about. And even though Yuri maybe a little scary from Pit, it's all good in the end. Faze take the 2-0 lead. Nice composure there in the late round to take themselves another round, but they are still up against some decent weaponry from Furia.
You never really can count Furia out of these rounds. Again, we talk about it all the time. The capability of these players when they've got the deagles, and especially when they have the scout in the hands of Art. Is looking to execute into the B site. Molotov in towards Newbox. Smoke executed as well, just limiting all of these positions. Rain is actually taking significant damage elsewhere. The fight from Karrakin, getting spammed down through the smoke by Vinny, and Rain needs to be careful. Luckily, Olafmeister covering him off. That is the most boring position to play as a T player on Inferno, and Olafmeister gets it.
He didn't bring the bomb to B, so that's a bit strange, but it'll get there eventually. Do they have a smoke for CT? No, Olaf's the only man with the smoke. Might not be a problem, though. I think they've got so many players on the B site that they should be fine. Honda has a clear line of sight. Maybe a chance to take a fight, but in the meantime, his teammate's been dealt with. That's a Mac 10 he's up against, but the Mac 10 at range is still successful. Faze somehow get away with no casualties in that round.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, pretty wild. I thought Rain was destined to die in that round, but with Olaf just playing outside of the apartments, just backs him up just at the right time. And like you said, they didn't bring the bomb over, so there were little risky points there for FaZe Clan in the round, but in the end, it is danger averted. There's lots of interesting points being brought up on the desk in terms of how Twists has a little bit more pressure to perform, in particular here on Inferno, especially on that CT side. I'm interested to see how he gets off to a good start, or if he gets off to a good start. He definitely was performing FaZe Clan throughout this tournament, so I don't see why not. He had a bit of a frustrating nuke, I would say.
Nade into top banana. Oh, that's got to kill. Oh, but here comes Brokey. How does he not win that fight? Vinny getting away with one there. He was jumping. He had to land and quickly compose himself. He did so effectively. And now Furia have a two-man advantage.
Very unfortunate for FaZe that they didn't win that battle in Banana. Vinny was setting it up for them, I think, with the jump spots as well. He had everything going against him. But in the end, Vinny is quicker. Now 55 seconds left. FaZe Clan down 2 players. Starting to use that utility to get them into better spots. And Yuri, he's right in the middle of the A site for the meantime. Art is holding back further at Speedway into the archway. And he's not been able to pick up that kill on Rain, and nor has Vinny. So Rain is actually getting away with murder right here. Finally getting his first kill on the board in a second as well. I do not know how Rain has come out on top of that battle, and the attack into the A site's working out, at least up until Yuri has been found. And Yuri, he'll find the important final 2 kills. That was a chaotic round towards the end there, but it's Furia that get it on the board. I think it comes down to Yuri just being a distraction inside of there. So many distractions happening around him, and he just capitalizes on those opportunities.
Wow, Furia tend to thrive in the chaos, don't they? Wow, that was a somewhat surprising round, but oh, hello. You first, Honda. Ladies first, says Yuri.
Honda first.
It actually leaves Furia in that annoying position where you maybe are missing some nades now, you're maybe missing a bit of weaponry, and you could very well just lose this round and be in a really hard spot on the CT side. And I think the Des pointed out quite nicely, I think Inferno's probably the map where you feel least in control on CT side. Like, you can't always just hold angles, you can't always just sit back, because the T's are going to make you pay with those long rotations and those hard retakes. So, could be tough for Furia, but Vinny still going strong on Banana. Olaf with a lovely turnaround. 2 kills into top mid, and we've got fights all over the map right now.
Olaf was feeling confident. You can't blame him there. Goes for another fight, doesn't win it this time. Luckily, Twist on the fallback through the banana smoke, hits the headshot onto Art, and they're just going to run with it. They said, screw it, let's go through the smoke, run in towards B, and they're going to smoke off CT. That'll negate the issue of Vinny, but Honda, very quick. Vroom. Honda coming in behind, and now Vinny about to peek out through the smoke. He just gets the kill without even needing to walk out of the smoke. Brokey falls, and now it is just Twists. 1 versus 2 for the Canadian. Looks over the top of the smoke, doesn't spot Vinny, so commits to the plant straight away. Oh, Vinny! Another couple of shots landing. It gets Twist off the bomb plant, but no kill for Vinny. He just bought time, though, for Honda to get into a better spot at Banana. Twist taps again, trying to take the fight in Banana. Now has the info with the last remaining player. Taps again. Vinny this time hits the headshot. Twist nearly pulled that off. That's the best way you could play. That's literally the only way you can walk away with a win there. And Twist comes so close to doing it.
Vinny on Inferno, though. Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
If Inferno ever gets removed from the map pool, which it probably shouldn't, at least not in the foreseeable future, sure, Vinny would be a very sad man. I don't know what it is. It just seems like he just always thrives here on Inferno. You see it again there, opening up the round and then closing it as well.
He knows his angles.
We've got to pause.
Yeah, we definitely see him through the smoke, just the awareness he has. It's definitely a comfort map for him. If Vinny's sad, you know, he doesn't hit the sofa and get some snacks or comfort foods. He just loads up a matchmaking on Inferno. Gets him feeling real good again.
This is where I wish I'd come up with another chant for one of these teams here in this tech timeout, but sadly no. I guess I could go with the one I already gave you, but
we need some original content if this is going to be your fallback career, Hawker. You know, one is not enough. You can't be a one-hit wonder.
Man, yeah. Oh no.
Not good. And we've already forgotten it, so not even a catchy one-hit wonder.
I remembered it. I wrote it down.
You remember it? Yeah. I don't. Well, maybe Twitch chat too.
I have to remind everyone.
The world has gone black, but I'm back.
Ooh. Flying around the map. It was push A, push B, even when you're CT, Furia. That was it.
Yeah, that time you had a little less enthusiasm, Hawk, I will say.
It's because I already got the excitement earlier. You know, if there was a crowd, I'd be hyping them up. I'd be getting them to chant it right now. The Furia fans would be loving it.
We got to see that next time. There's a crowd event, Alex. Head out to the arena, even if you're working the event or not. Just head out there and start hyping the crowd up. Maybe just some shoeies as you do it. But here we go. 3-2 on the board. We're right back into the action. Before we dive too far into madness, we're right back into play. Now, for Faze Clan, it's just Deagles coming into this round. So, for Furia, likely to tie up the scoreline.
Very likely. Harrigan playing in towards top banana, goes into the flames. The problem when you do that is the longer the molly ticks, the more damage it does. So when you go into the molly late round, yeah, maybe you can catch someone off guard, but you're just going to take so much damage. And once they hear it, they're going to be able to get you. Who's just got a headshot though, on towards A, and they're going for it. Oh, not anymore.
Now it's just Olaf Meister. And he gets taken out of play by Yuri. 3-3 as we're tied up on the board. Money again here for Faze Clan. It isn't going to be the greatest amount of cash. You will see some weaknesses in terms of Brokey having to go down to the Galil so he can get some extra utility out. The rest on AKs though. And for Furia, they continue to have everything they could possibly want. Kesrado hasn't even got a kill yet after his insane performance over on Nuke, so that's likely to change relatively quickly, I'm sure, but he has only got an MP9 in this round, so I wouldn't blame him if he didn't.
Ooh, okay, so Furia fakes the full banana control, and now they're rotating everyone back to A. Faze might be caught off guard by this. They've got a 1-for-1 trade early. They may think the A site is weak, but in comes Vinny. Another man rotating over from B. That's something that Faze were not ready for. And this is what I love about Furia. Some of these all-in plays early in the rounds, going for big risks, but it's a really cool way of doing it, because you know that there's going to be some utility used by Faze if they retake banana control. So you'll probably hear that, and if you don't hear it, why not just stack 5A and hope that you can catch them out?
And it's always fun to see those pay off, right? It's always fun to see them work out. Now a twist and Olaf Meister. Gonna pull off an incredible 2 versus 3. With Yuri's position in pit, it's so difficult to flush this player out, especially when you have to worry about so many other angles. And eventually the fight starts coming in. Twist is paranoid about the potential flank from middle or long. And they still haven't dealt with Yuri, and this is what I'm talking about. Just getting that player out of the pit is such a big issue when you don't have utility. You've just got to try and fight him, and Twist has got in. He might actually be able to wrap around, and Yuri's aware of that. He hears the footsteps. He's got to kill that one to Olaf Meister. That makes things even more difficult for Twist. He gets his kill on Yuri, but now Vinny has arrived to the party as well. He's got rid of Honda. Now just one more. Twist can't do it, though. Vinny quickly up short, gets the trade kill. A nice try from Twist. Every time he's getting himself into these scenarios where he's just one step away from completing the insane clutch. He just couldn't do it again.
It's just a really fun round in general. Like having that cool play from Furia to begin with, then seeing Faze come close to coming back into the round. A lot to like about that one, but Furia will be the happier of the two teams, of course. Flash from Art over the top towards mid. Oh, I didn't tell you, Dinko. Yesterday, I was playing some CS, and I won a 1v5 on Inferno. A proper 1v5.
In matchmaking?
It was in Faze.
Wow, impressive, honestly. Well done,
They
Alex.
kind of threw it, to be honest, because it was the last round and we were about to lose, so like 2 of them just ran at me and weren't really trying, but the stats say it's a 1v5 and that's all that matters.
When do we get these highlight videos on your YouTube channel? When
It's a very long clip. Maybe I'll get it up though, maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Get that watch time up. Maybe Art taking one on Rain. And Olafmeister as well, quickly following in tandem. And Yuri, hasn't been spotted, hasn't been seen by anybody. And Carrigan, luckily, had a window of opportunity to get the trade kill, and he did that well. Just 1 kill for FaZe Clan. Furia starting to get comfortable on the CT side. There was lots to talk about on the desk, I think, just before this matchup, Alex. And I have to say, it was an absolute pleasure to listen to Maui and Faflar and talk about Inferno. And I have to say, it was really cool to understand the way there's 2 teams essentially on CT side. You have the call on each site, and it's all about the communication between both of them. And I think Inferno is quite unique in that respect. There is similarities throughout the other maps, but it really does feel like that is most present here in Inferno.
Yeah, definitely. And I think there can be some overlap at times, because you feel like you have to throw in some rounds where you have 3B early, where you have some switch-ups, and hello, we've got a lot of action at the start of this round. Yuri is slipping through the cracks here. He hears them running into top mid. He's got to deliver something early, though. They can't just sit for the 3v4 retake. Oh, yeah, that puts an end to it.
Slapped them out of play, and that's a fantastic round for FaZe Clan, one that they desperately needed. And Brokey, he's hot on their heels. He's chasing after them. He doesn't want to let them save anything. And Vinny is barely alive at this point. And now Brokey's got a friend. Rain is coming up. They're encroaching on them, pinning them deep in the B site. They get rid of everything for Furia. Their money will be a very difficult spot to recover from. And Vinny, he was safe behind the sandbags. Once he peeks out, Twist takes him out of play, and it's likely that Caserata was near him. So they're going to hunt him down now. The second victim might just be on the cards. He gives away his position with a 1 bullet going off. Tried to preemptively spray on Pawn Rain's peak, but Rain will take the headshot. FaZe Clan win the round, and money is definitely not in the best spot right now for Furia. So FaZe Clan could get themselves in a quite comfortable position on this T side.
And that aggression down mid early helped them a lot. Twists, trades, the AWP out. Such a fast smoke lineup too, which I like. Don't have to be too precise with that to get it to land towards long. But yeah, just all action, which is always fun. I think that's how a lot of these games are starting. You see them start very free-flowing, and then if you're about to start to lose, you think to yourself, okay, maybe we've got to tighten the ship up a little bit. Lots of early nade damage, by the way. Art's down to 10 health. He was trying to make a play on Banana, but he was met with a resounding no on that AWP. And he's the main man for Furia in this round. They don't have the full buy, so they'd like him to have impact.
Yuri and Honda working together, getting 3 kills apiece, but Carrigan and Twist have also done that. And Olafmeister had a very good position after diving down into pit. So Art, with it all to do, 10 HP, no kit, no utility. An open hand for the A retake. We're seeing better chances, I'll have to say. So Art is going to get out of that. And FaZe Clan, they're going to tie up the scoreline. 5-5. It's been a great game so far between the 2 teams. Similar stories to a lot of the matches we've been seeing so far in this tournament. Definitely makes a lot of sense to see them comfortable in their map picks. But here on the 3rd map, we generally get a real banger to close out the best of 3s. A lot of the games have delivered in this tournament as well, Hawke, in terms of either when we're getting games like this where you tell both teams are really putting a lot into it, or you see games like the one we had earlier on with Dignitas and Faze, and you get a lot of entertainment value. So we're just getting a lot of a good mixture of Counter-Strike, shall we say, over the last couple of days. It's been great to be a part of, and all for a good cause. You can head down to the bottom of the Twitch channel if you feel compelled to donate some money towards charities that are helping get vaccines to people that most need it in underprivileged regions of the world. And if you feel like that's something you want to donate to and help that cause, you can go down below in the Twitch channel. But we're into the action, and Furia need a bit of a donation. They don't have much money right now.
No, they really only have that saved up, so they are going to take a big risk by fully 5-man stacking this A-bomb site early. Not even really stacking the site itself, stacking more into top mid to see if they can find some early fights, and Art is sneaking, slowly but surely, creeping up on him. Oh, good awareness from Rain though, and now that AWP may be stuck in the apartments. The USP players will attempt to get there, but Rain's trying to clean it up. Oh, he almost got caught out, but I think FaZe are fine now.
Oh, he gets a nice little surprise there, and Ray just peeks out. He might actually get a second kill out of it somehow, but finally Brokey running up to save the day. Olaf Meister being saved by Brokey. It's FaZe Clan who take the lead. On the T side of Inferno, they will not be complaining about this. It's been a bit of a grind. Slow to start maybe, but once they get themselves into this position, they don't want to give it away. And Olaf Meister, what a performance from him so far. 11-5, a much better showing than what we've seen. I think he had a slow start to Mirage, but closed it out in strength. I think Nuke has been a little bit of an uncomfortable affair for him at times on the CT side, but here in Inferno, off to a brilliant start. 11-5 up on the T side. He'll be looking to try and continue that performance.
Here come the back and forth nades on Banana. Furia using a lot of nades early, but not getting any map control. Well, certainly not getting any kills from those nades on Banana. We'll start to see that rotate back though. Furia maybe doing it again. Dinko, the 5-man rotate to A. Will FaZe be ready for it this time round? Honestly, like Inferno, you might start to see this more, just because of how hard it can be on CT to hold those sites. 5-man rotate may seem a lot, but saving isn't always an awful idea.
I think once you start to see how many people are here right now for FaZe, you're just going to quickly try and get into this B site and start throwing utility in, just trying to make sure it is clear. And once they get that info, things are looking quite ripe for the taking. And it is obviously the risk you run, is the quick rotations the T's can get over to the other side of the map. You already have to figure out how they're going to get over that. Looks like there are a couple of them are sticking around, but with Kestrada starting to back off, lackey utility, they're going to have to save into the next one. And like you said, I don't hate the idea. I think it was actually quite a cool round from them. Could have worked out very well. Just in this one, FaZe hadn't really committed hard enough into the A site for it to work out perfectly and allowed them to rotate back into B. But Furia will at least have guns to play with going into the next round.
Exactly. That's the upside of it. If you play a standard rounds there and you lose the round, you're probably not saving this many guns. You're going to have to go down to a save anyway. Whereas this is almost like hedging your bets a little bit, where you will have a pretty good buy in this round too. But you can see the logic behind it. And I mean, you see there the double peek into top mid. It worked out initially. It's just getting back to that B site once FaZe realize how many players are on A is going to be a tough ask. Furia will indeed keep on buying full rifles, full nades on the majority of the players, only Art missing out on a couple, so no biggie for them. FaZe 7-5 up, though still doing good work here on Inferno.
Oh, Carrigan running through the Molotovs. Oh, the flash is just perfect though from Casterado. Carrigan taken out of play. Luckily had Brokey a little bit further back, who was able to dodge all of those fights and get the trade kill quickly, so still will be a 4v4. Furia have got Yuri alongside Honda over here right now. Flashes for Rain, allows her to take position into short. Honda elevated up on the balcony. Here comes the play out. Brokey and Rain taking kills quite easily now for FaZe Clan. They've got the system working. The machine it's just clicking together. It's all working perfectly. It's well oiled. And the A-Take yet again coming in for FaZe. And they're even getting these exit kills. And Furia haven't really had much of a say in recent rounds about how these rounds are going to play out. They're just getting domed and forced back into the save, and now getting hunted in the save as well.
Yuri was trying to play... Oh, nice shot, Caserado. Yuri was trying to play an unexpected angle there, sort of up on top of the hay bale, which I like. I think it's a nice position to throw in occasionally, but the problem is you are very vulnerable to those flashes over towards top mid, and if you do get blinded, there's no way of falling back quickly, and you are basically going to be in trouble. So I don't mind the attempt from Furia. Sometimes teams will just dry peek top mid like that, and you would have been able to get away with a free kill. But it goes the other way this time round. And the switch up for Furia, after losing a couple of rounds, will be the double AWP setup. Vinny taking one sniper over to B, while Art sticks around on A, and there's a gap in that smoke early. Could Carrigan try and make something happen here? Well, it might not matter, because Art's got the early kill.
Oh, Art and Honda with the frags, and now Yuri stepping in as well. Twist and Rain doing their best, but it's now just Twist on 2 HP. There's so many players around him. It's a little chance here to win here for Twist, and he gets spotted out by the backside of Art. That's a much better round from Furia. They'll be far more happy with it. And they can get an 8-7 half out of this. I will not complain about that. As close as you can get it going into the second half between these two teams. Got a good buy for it. Furia with the double op setup. Art and Vinny. Double ops for Furia so often the point of excitement about this Brazilian team. So we often see more than 2 ops as well. That's the crazy thing about Furia. But let's see if it works for them. It's Art looking for the aggressive peek into mid. Brokey's there right now, but the utility's going to force him into the underpass, and Rain is actually just burnt to the Molotov as well, so great opening for Furia. They don't even have to really risk going for these early fights, but Carrigan thinks he's got an opportunity, a timing out balcony, and he's 100% right about that. They had no idea that Carrigan could be there that quickly, and that has opened up the A site.
Nice utility to keep them away from long as well. And now that Brokey's got that kill into top mid, they've got an even easier time at finding their way onto A. Bomb plant should be coming through momentarily, and Furia have to go for the round. It's the last round of the half, but I'm not sure they'll be loving their chances right now.
Gotta be a... Oh, I was about to say it's gotta be a big flick, but he was faster than even I could get the words out. Nice shot from Brokey. And for the last round of the half, you've got to go for it, you've got to attempt it, but Brokey doesn't even give them a chance. No mercy when Brokey's around, and that is beautiful. Stylish close out of the first half from Brokey. And it's 9-6 for Faze Clan. They look to be the team to go forward in this tournament. This should be a big result for them, honestly. Getting a win against Furia, getting some confidence perhaps in this tournament. So often when a team was underperforming that should have been playing well, actually, they used to go to DreamHack Opens, right? That used to be the way. Go to DreamHack Open, win the tournament, get your confidence, and then from there you go on to do much more. Maybe this is one of those tournaments where Faze Clan, string of bad results, head into a tournament like this, maybe they can win it. Gives them a bit of confidence moving forward.
Still opportunities for Furia, though. Looking all right for FaZe right now, but got to remember, these days, most teams probably favor the T side of Inferno, if anything, or it's certainly a very balanced map, so don't count Furia out of this one just yet, especially with Vinny getting the opener here on the T side pistol. If they could come through with this pistol round win, that would be an ideal start. Putting the CTs on the back foot in terms of the economy game is always massive on this map. Dink onto Twist, and Vinny will finish the job. Now A is wide open, and Yuri's even going to spot some aggression on B. Looks like this is Furia's round right now.
Definitely. The bomb planted, Rain in Banana. Is there anything you can take out of the round? Any positive for Faze Clan? Even just preventing the clean sheet of Furia, and that's even a no. Onda domes him. 9-7. Good start to the second half for the Brazilians. Certainly can get going on their T side, but here comes the Deagles for FaZe, and we've seen the Deagles work out before at the start of this series. In this exact scenario where Furia win the pit stop, FaZe can come back and bite them with these Deagles, so we'll see if they can replicate history.
Oh, top mid nade. Does a tiny bit of damage onto Brokey. That goes down. We have got a fair few smokes on that FaZe side, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the Deagles that's the main part of them winning the round. It could be holding those smokes so late on. If you do that, then Furia would be in trouble.
Yeah.
Always easy to do, but certainly something you have to consider.
Yeah, just creating chaos in the final moments, right? Smokes really delay them. When you have such limited time, you don't have as much luxury to clear out all the corners. That's when the pistols can really become a nuisance. Furia are going to throw deep smoke hits along. They spot Brokey, but they can't get rid of him. And Brokey actually gets to change up his position and go into his library. And there's another one of those smoke shoots up for Faze Clan to Banana. Olaf Meister taking damage, not getting a kill for either side though, and Rin just jumping. They know he's around the other side of the half wall, and he's going for the spam up onto the walls. He's doing damage onto Vinny somehow. Still no kill on the server. 40 seconds left, and Furia look to go into the B site. Rotation will start to come over from Faze Clan. There's no smokes left to delay here. The only player that has one is Twist, and he's not close enough to really cause an issue for them. And there's the shots coming in for Rin and Carrigan. Ketserado getting something on the MAC-10, but it's only one kill for Furia, and they have run the clock down here, Faze Clan, but not enough. The bomb plant will come through.
Bomb planted, and Twist still has that one smoke you were talking about, so he could use that for Banana, and then they could have a better chance at focusing the fights on the site. Carrigan losing out early though, are able to spray him down, and with Honda landing that headshot, it's looking better and better for Furia. They are all low on health, but FaZe don't have a way of knowing that, and clearing out all those positions in the crossfires, they decide is a task too hard to accomplish. They're going to give up on the round despite so much damage done. It was a good effort from FaZe, but Furia hold on.
Definitely worrying though for Furia, especially because they are behind. Those kind of rounds can be a nightmare, but they survive the nightmare. They come out on top. Quick reminder of the series score, 1-1 in terms of map count. You can see the scores up in the top right, 6-11 for Faze Clan on Mirage. We headed to Nuke, and that was a 16-10 win for Furia. And here on Inferno, 9-8 for Faze Clan, just barely in the lead, but that is likely to go away now in this round. They have got Deagles again, 2 players of Kevlar, but Furia have AKs on every single player. Oh, and that's the perfect start. Damage onto Rin, and then a headshot to follow through.
Good early kill for Furia. I do really like the way FaZe used their smokes in that last round though. Just touching back on that quickly. Instead of trying to keep the smokes up for the late round, they used the 2 smokes on Banana just to stop Furia from pushing B, and then they 4-man stacked A. So that's another cool way of doing it. Use your smokes to fade in presence towards a position and then stack elsewhere. Fortunately, didn't work out that time, and this round might not work out either. Olaf has given away his position on the site. He's got players all around him and tries to tuck into the smoke, but Vinny's ready for it. Another nice shot from Vinny, and that should seal the deal.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Locked in, tied up again. We're even on the server. Brokey immediately getting the AWP out. If you remember how he closed out the first half, you'll be getting excited about that prospect. He could do something here to ignite a little bit of life in FaZe in the first gun round. It's important that they get that start, at least come close, compete in this round, have some confidence on the CT side. And again, just to highlight what Maui was saying before the game got started, we are going to be looking at Twist. Really stand up towards this A site. Will be the play we mostly focus in on to really step up. Hart was trying a lot of these aggressive plays yesterday. A lot of them were working, not this time. Carrigan stops it.
He'll happily go back to the bomb site, leaving Rain to hold Banana, but Rain loses out, does a lot of damage, but no kill, and look at the response. They realize Carrigan could be low on health, so they try and just go for the throat, and it pays off for Furia. Honda gets that early kill. The CT smoke is off, but I don't think it's going to matter. They've got the bomb down on B. They've got such a strong position that FaZe can't do anything about it. And I wonder whether they saw it was Carrigan getting that early kill, and they knew maybe they'd done some damage to him. They knew maybe he was going to be solo holding B after Rain fell, so that they can just go in and force that fight. It definitely worked out for them either way.
So for Furia, it is the lead. And for Faze Clan, at least weapons for the next round. Really trying this being positive thing, Hawker. You know, at least they've got weapons in the next round. Any positive I can find. When we get into this one, we'll see what Brokey can do. Because I really do feel if Brokey just gets that opportunity, he's going to be able to capitalize. But I think over on Nuke, Furia did a very good job at silencing the opportunities for twists. They can do that on the CT side, kind of silence the opportunities for Brokey on that AWP. Things can get rough, and then we'll start to see Brokey maybe feel a little bit more pressure on himself to go and get those opportunities, really open things up. So that's where a few more risks will start to come in from FaZe Clan. I want to see if Art attempts the aggression up Banana again, because he is pretty relentless in doing that. Even if he loses, he just goes again.
Oh, smoke deployed by Keserato to stop this aggression, but it's the shots that'll stop it. Honda and Keserato both getting kills on B. FaZe had to try and force it through the smoke that Keserato put into top Banana. That just made it a bit too awkward for them. And now FaZe decide it's time to just take a huge risk. Everyone rotating over to B. A full B stack might be a decent decision though. Brokey's got an early shot to land. And Furia might be having some second thoughts right now, especially as Brokey lands the second shot.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of round Brokey can pull out if given those opportunities. He's giving FaZe the chance to do this again. He's made his rotation over. He's at the library. He's being pretty loud in the library. Maybe get kicked out by the librarian. Luckily forced out. Goes forward. That smoke keeping him at bay for the meantime, and that does give Furia some time to get the bomb planted and the re-smoke up as well at Modo. Always frustrating. This is one of the most frustrating smokes to play with if you're a CT. It's just so difficult to get out of. There's no real opportunity. There's no little corner you can climb into and really force an angle. You go through that smoke and you just die because you've got pit, graveyard, and the site, or even balcony. There's so many angles you've got to worry about. So going through that Modo smoke is death for a CT on the retake. And when you just keep re-smoking it over and over again, there's no chance for FaZe Clan. Even though Brokey gets 2 kills, there's 2 Moto smokes, just end the round.
Yeah, just losing those players so early in the round is always going to make it tough, because you know that Furia still have a lot of nades to use effectively. Nice awareness from Furia that A would be the weaker of the 2 sites. This was the early aggression. You see Honda just gets a little line of sight before that smoke blooms, so he can spam roughly to the right position, and then Keserato does one better and just goes through the smoke. And even though these shots from Brokey were really nice, the second one specifically, wide swinging through the smoke, was a huge risk that paid off, but it still wasn't enough. As you pointed out, they can't get back to A in time, and Furia are running away with things here, honestly. They've won all 5 of the T rounds so far in this second half.
FaZe used up a lot of utility at the start of this round, and nothing got out of it until with Banana. Brokey gets something on the other side of the map, though. Yuri tries to test his luck, and Brokey takes him out of play. He's repositioned quickly. This is something Brokey's doing very well. He's all over the place, but he hits the shot, but it's not enough damage due to it going through the clipping on the edge of the wall. So just about getting away with his life, Honda decides to try and take that AWP out of play and does it very well.
Comes a bit of counter-aggression from the CTs. Going ahead and smoking Banana to make sure that top Banana's clear for the time being. With that smoke up, they'll rotate a 3rd man back to A. It's not the correct call right now, though. They've left this B site weak. Twist is the 1 man close by on the rotate, and at least Rain has a smoke which could slow things down, but you've got to rely on that smoke stopping them, and I think Furia will probably just try and push through it with some flashes.
Yeah, that's the Furia way, and Rain is going to drop back, changes up his position, and actually commits to the site. He can do a better job at delaying, and somehow, some way, that Molotov has not spread to him, so he's able to hold his position down, holding down the fort with 1 kill. It delays him for a little bit, but not enough. He would have liked to have got another kill out of that, or just at least been able to stay alive, and Twist doesn't get the angle to deny the bomb plant, so Furia will get the bomb planted. The 3v3 post plant has to play out. Art with a good opening kill, but Carrigan catches the swing, but Art is hitting every shot close. We talked about this earlier. Art sometimes just uses that AWP as a shotgun, And those are some ridiculous close quarter kills coming in from Art, and that's enough to scare away FaZe Clan. That's enough for a 12th round of Furia. And if FaZe aren't careful, Furia could just run away with the second half.
Starting to get to that sort of position. And this is what I was talking about earlier with Furia winning the pistol. You have that ability to just constantly force that CT economy into bad spots. Here it's okay. They've still got a good enough amount of money in the bank, but earlier in the half it was a factor, and yeah, a bit of a shame for Brokey that he didn't get this second kill, because that first shot was sublime. Second was good, but didn't do enough damage for the kill outright. And then in the late round, these shots from Art were all important. Second shot especially, not easy to hit. He had to swing to trade his teammate, but he made sure he landed that shot. And Furia, again, just continuing to look great on this T side. See if they can keep it up, or if FaZe can finally come through with a CT round win. Oh, ouch.
Ouch indeed. The playmaker from the previous map, Caserato, has been quite an inferno once again. Tasting bad luck, getting taken down to 21, and that's far better from FaZe. They've been using a lot of utility at the start of these rounds, some of it being pretty ineffective, but that time they do damage. They run through the top mid smoke. Olafmeister does well to get one there. Thought he was about to get overwhelmed. Eventually gets traded out by Yuri. 3 players from FaZe over here on A. They keep one over towards the B side.
Ooh, careful, Art. Yeah, get out of there.
Yeah.
He had the bomb. If Carrigan would have swung on him, it could have been round over, but he gets away just before Carrigan peaks.
Art definitely likes to dance with fire. Throwing some utility. Look at this. Look at the rotation it's pulling out of FaZe. They're getting everybody off the site. And Brokey's the only one hanging around. And Furia haven't committed into the B side. They've got to realize that shortly. And this gamble, this quick rotation from FaZe Clan is about to cost them the round. Brokey has to go nuclear on the hold. He's looked away. Yuri's got up. The barrel goes behind the corner. They know they're short now. Rotation should start to come back. Brokey gets the collateral. He goes back for more. This is the round they needed. And Brokey slows them completely. He brings it to a halt. And the round is done for Furia. Art is trying his best, but there's no time to win the round. It's going to be FaZe Clan getting 10 rounds on the board. And when they need a player to stand tall, is Brokey, who hangs around to the final second and ends up getting the collateral.
I think maybe part of the reason why FaZe were so comfortable with that full rotate over to B was because they knew that Furia had used so much utility early in the round on the top mid play. Then they used the rest of their utility, dumping it on the B site, and so they have no nades left as they go back into A. And that means that the AWP can do something on the A site alone. There aren't going to be flashes coming at Brokey. There aren't going to be smokes to cut off his position. So even though it is a risky spot, he could have absolutely been pushed from long and flanked out there. He just took that risk of focusing on short. With little time left on the clock, he assumed that's where the focus from Furia would be. And obviously the lineup is a little fortunate, but you can't complain with the outcome of it. Finally, FaZe get another round win, and weirdly enough, they've gone with 5 silenced M4s. When was the last time you saw that?
2016 maybe, 2017 feels like. It's definitely always been M4A4 presence, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, the weapons are much cheaper, etc. I think the print streams brought it back into fashion as well. Might be a part of it, actually. As much as I joke about that, I think it probably is a little bit more, because the print stream is such a cool skin. I think some players have actually just switched over because of the print stream. I'm sure a few have.
Just getting to that point where I feel like the M4A1S in pro play now, it's actually in an okay spot, it seems, where quite a few pros are actually pretty happy picking it up, which I like. I guess Inferno's not a bad map for it either, with a lot of possible smoke spams.
I wish you could buy both. I wish you could buy both, Alex. Then I'd actually have skins for both guns. Well, Carrigan going forward, called down to play Brokey as well, getting a kill onto Vinny. 4v3 at the start of this one. A chaotic start to the round, but luckily Yuri trading out onto Twist, who just kept going down banana. And that is going to give away that man advantage that FaZe Clan fought so hard for. What is the call from Furia? It looks like they're just going to commit to B. And Rain has done well here time and time again. Can he hold them off? Can he get a kill? He's got a good position for it, but Art is so quick on the trigger. Luckily, they have got Bronky, who's made the quick rotation over to the B site, but they're going to dump utility on him. Doesn't spread. It doesn't look like it's going to catch him out, so he's going to play from second oranges, close to the corner. Kesserada comes swinging, that's the bomb down. Spacing is a little bit off, but Yuri's quick on the headshot. And Olofmeister, he's got to pull off the 1 versus 2 retake of the B site. On the edge of the CT smoke, it begins to fade away. It doesn't reveal much. And Olofmeister realizes this round becomes extremely difficult. No kit in that time is ticking. He's got to figure out where they're playing from, and Art just gets the perfect timing on the peak. Another fantastic round out of him. A 13th added to the tally of Furia.
Shot from Art helps them so much. I like the position that Brokey took too, because I think it's going to be quite common when players are swinging, they're looking at triple box, and Brokey was in a spot where he could maybe catch those players if they swung it wide, and they wouldn't be expecting his angle. He took a slightly wider angle than maybe some other players would take in that position, which I think was a decent idea, but it was always going to be difficult to perform to the level he needed to there in that 2v3. Probably needed a double kill to give his teammate the best possible chance. That nade is dead on. Rain's down to 3 health from 1 HE grenade. $300 well spent.
Yeah, what a bang for your buck right there. That's the definition. Looking at top banana prevents early kills at least coming in onto the defense. Gotta feel like it is a matter of time before FaZe Clan go down, but we did notice a few rounds prior when they did have these smokes, they did a very good job at delaying Furia, running that clock down into the 20-second mark, and nearly enough chaos was created for the round win. But Furia know these kind of rounds are not easy by any means. FaZe Clan can definitely use that utility, get themselves into a solid spot. And with 45 seconds, 2 players in banana for Furia, leaving their options open with 3 in towards top middle. The standard setup from FaZe. Utility dumped onto the B site, Carry can go swinging across to the site itself. Just try and strengthen this attack, and they're ready for a B split here. Twitch has gone out, it's one on the Deagle. Can he get anything out of it? He can't get the second just yet, but he stayed alive. And that gives him opportunities to maybe do more. Olofmeister coming down Boiler. They're running past him. He can hear the footsteps. He notices the play into the A site. He's got to make sure the Twist is ready. And Olofmeister catches the timing. 2 kills out to the AK. Can't get the third. And now it's Twist in towards the site itself. 9 seconds. They haven't checked him. It's the Deagles that come out on top. It's the chaos for FaZe Clan yet again. And Olofmeister is the hero in this one.
It's so well played by Olof too. Once he hears that other player running in through mid, there's a chance that Olof would think to himself, okay, maybe I just take that fight because I can get that free AK. But Olof realizes with such little time left on the clock, and the fact that there's a smoke up ahead of him, he can walk through the smoke and the player behind won't have the chance to see him. So he gets the first kill, then he can just fully focus on that one man that he knows is behind because he knows the exact positions of the players. It's not easy to make those decisions in the heat of the moment. A lot of players might mess that up. A lot of players might just try and take a fight top mid or try and fully fight in towards those short players. But instead, he just survives for those extra few seconds, which makes it so that Furia have even less time to clear the site itself. Really smart play there. I love how Olof played that. I think he did pretty much everything right to win his team that round. And now, out of nowhere, Furia have to go ahead and take a low buy. And once again, it's Art who's calling for that AWP to go straight into his hands on this hero AWP round.
Often the hero, often the player that gets the weapon in these kind of rounds because he can do so much with it. Falls around his own success. I like that though. I like an in-game leader that is confident in their own ability. A lot of the time the common philosophy will be, if you're an in-game leader, give the weapon to the best player in your team, but Art is very confident to take it into his own hands. But Carrigan, he's got the AWP and he's taken out the battle of in-game leaders. He's won. And Art is down, and Carrigan's re-peeking. He wants a little more. Even with the flash coming in, he still gets Honda.
It's always hard to know what to do there as the T. Do you peek instantly to try and get him while he's blind, or do you wait for him to shoot? Because oftentimes that AWP is going to shoot when it gets flashed and then just back away. Honda was hoping he could just get the drop on Carrigan to begin with, but unfortunately it lines up perfectly timing-wise. A nice off angle from Rain in towards the sandbags should help them confirm this round. Furia is sitting back and seeing what he can do, but Rain still hanging around. One more kill for him. And Yuri could very well think about saving that AWP here with such little time left.
At least the AWP can get saved over. That's the positive here for Furia. For the time being, FaZe Clan are aware that there was an AWP in play. They would like to eliminate that if possible, but it's all about finding him. And Twist is prowling around the streets, but Yuri is hiding away. Here comes Brokey right into the AWP. Yuri is ready for that and gets the AWP into the next one. 12 rounds for FaZe Clan. This game is completely open. No one knows where this one's going to go. And I love the way in Counter-Strike, you know, obviously a lot of people will complain a lot about the deagles and the body shots, etc., but we can't deny it does make it quite exciting when you can win those kind of rounds, and a team that's looking down and out just wins one of those rounds with the deagles, and suddenly they're right back in things, and the game's completely open again in round 26.
Top mid smoke for Faze, thrown from spawn. Become very popular nowadays. Oh, Rain is caught out early, up with the aggression, and now Carrigan committed to the angle, but Honda wins the fight. Dink lands, but Honda replies with the headshot of the AK. This nade could still do something onto the site, but it's not in the right place. It's the flashes through for Twist. He's trying to see what he can do, but he's just taking so much damage, and Furia makes something out of nothing. The B rush works out.
That's a Furia round all over again. Rush B. You know, ever in doubt, just rush the B site. Art running forward with the MAC-10, of course. Ren's completely caught off guard. Maybe it is some of the slower rounds we've had. You know, there is some aggression, but that's a straight up just rush B. Beautiful stuff coming in. Nice little headshot from Olaf Meister. Furia. In the late rounds as well, especially when we're here in the final dying embers of Inferno, those kind of rounds can be so effective and really impactful. You lose that round, and okay, your money is likely not in the best case scenario, right? But you get on top of the site, you get the bomb plant, which is a good result, also winning the round. So now Furia 14-12 up. Every round matters when you get this late in the game. And FaZe Clan, they picked up the offer Brokey. They've got the buyout again, but it's so important that they win this one. Otherwise, we are looking at maybe FaZe Clan crumbling in the final moments. Furia are one away from map and series point.
Nade down mid does some good damage, but it's not going to slow Furia's approach into A. Into top mid more specifically. Vinny's going to get all the control because FaZe have decided to play it passively. They do have banana control though. That can on the rotate. And Rain with 2 through the smoke. We talked about the M4A when that's able to spam through. Well, I didn't expect him to get 2 out of it though.
No, that's insane from Rain. He'll definitely be rubbing his hands together with a little bit of luck going his way there. But here come Furia playing to the B side. 3 players running into 2. It's Carrigan getting a double this time in Ring. He's not even going to be able to close it out. It's Carrigan that gets the 3K. Fantastic hold of the B site. Furia, they run up middle. They initially try and show that they're going there, and they take some control with Vinny throwing the smoke down on the molly. They turn it back into the final hit into the B site. Range is getting the double. They continue to bombard him, even with 3 players, and Carrigan sweeps them up with 3. Oh, this game has everything. But it's Furia once again on one of these scrappy buys. Tech-9s, MAC-10s, Galil, and 1 AK.
And when you're 14-13 up, it is kind of scary having this buy and no money in the bank, but scary isn't something that Furia care about. They try and go again into banana, but this time FaZe are ready for them. They get the early kill, and I think they've taken the sting out of the early attack.
There's the sting back. There's the sting back. Right in the back. It's Poison Ivy. It doesn't go away. Honda at least getting that trade out. I thought, you know, Rain is ready this time. Nah, you're not going to get me twice with that same play. I'm ready this time around. Tries to walk back, and Honda just waiting for him to walk back into the B site. So kill in for Furia. And now they look for the B side attack, and FaZe Clan are banking on it being an A hit. Furia are not going to end this round on the A bomb side. They're going to test Carrigan again. He was fantastic in the last round, but can he do it here? Holding from the pillar as they come on through. It's not a single kill for the Danish in-game leader. From Brokey, there's a gap to play with, and luckily he's successful in finding Yuri, so it is still an equilibrium of a 3v3. With the bomb down, just the post plant set up. Honda in new box, the Art at Dark. And Vinny just in front of the grill. And Brokey's holding for a mistake to come in. And it would be Honda, the young player, who is waiting the mistake to come on. Olofmeister realizes setting up with a flash that they go on in to play with it, and that's the kill. Brokey finally gets his reward on the Honda swing, and Brokey needs another one but cannot get it. It's Vinny on the double, and Olofmeister's running deep into the side. He needs these kills quickly. He's found one on Art and knows where Vinny's going, but can he stick the bomb? He's going to get in the corner and hold it. Now off it again, and Vinny in with a headshot. Furia up 15-13, map and series point. We're closing the day with a beautiful game of Counter-Strike, and it's up in the air up until this point, but Furia, they look to try and close it in this round, but here comes FaZe Clan with another buy.
Oh, the boost up from Honda is what got them the early kill. Then they run it into B, they get the early frags, but in the post plant it still looks scary. When Art goes down early, Vinny has to come in and help out, and he definitely did exactly that. Great play from Vinny. Give his team the round. Yeah, this has been such a topsy-turvy game. Quesarado caught on the same play. Surely Furia can't find anything out of it this time. The nades haven't even hit that well. Art's down to 31 health. Might be time to call off that early B aggression.
This time they're not getting that trade kill. This time they're not able to find Rain. So the initial aggression not working out for Furia. And FaZe Clan maintain the man advantage. Although it is Fury that are edging ahead in these rounds, they've never really done it comfortably. They've never really had the weapons for it. The buy has always looked pretty shoddy. The utility's not quite been there. They're just bringing the game down to a level where it's just sheer chaos. And that is where Furia thrive, but they've got to recreate that time and time again if they want to replicate these round wins. This shot from Brokey and a kill from Vinny out of the apartments, but Carrigan, good kill onto Art. It's at least keeping the player count even. But now it's down into an advantage for FaZe Clan. And 43 seconds left. Vinny did get a kill from the apartments, but he didn't walk out and finally dropping down, but didn't spot Olofmeister. And he's got teammates over here this time. 15-14. FaZe Clan not dying. They're not giving it away. And look at the money for Furia. How many times can you get away with a B-rush?
That's the thing, right? Firstly, FaZe are just the kings of losing close games recently. And secondly, I feel like it would be the most Furia way to win this round with just some sort of rush. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to stay fully focused here for round 30. We have got an AK out for Art. We have some other weapons in the mix for Furia. Not too many nades for them, but Art is going to go straight through the flames. It's the same play again. And this time, FaZe don't even want to fight him.
Yeah, just let Art be right now. We'll figure out. Maybe we've got the Art defense systems up on the boost, but he's still ready for it. Oh my god! Art just predicts the double boost, and he gets both kills towards the back of the site, and that might just be enough here for Furia. Art is incredible. That is just brilliant from Art coming in. And now it's all crumbling for FaZe Clan. The pressure mounting, and it's crumbling right beneath them. They go for the boost over the top, but Twist needs a kill quickly, and now he hasn't found a thing. Furia re-smoke off CT, flash, Twist off. The bomb hasn't even gone down yet, and